Welcome to the Archaeoastronomy Database YouTube channel. It's been a little while since I posted a video. Things have been a little bit busy, so I thought I'd put together this quick video about some observations that anyone can make over the next few months. We've got some exciting things coming up after that in a little bit. It's just a matter of organizing the time and the resources to get things going. So as always, thank you for being here, watching, and supporting, and that really helps me to be able to do the things that we have on the plan. So let's get started. So previously there was a video that I shared about some observations of the movements of Venus on the horizon and how that could be used to match up with solar positions. So earlier this year of 2021, Venus began to appear as the evening star. So that's when Venus crosses from setting before the sun. So in the spring, it began to set a little bit after the sun. But around May, it started to become fairly visible because you've got to get this separation of the sun and Venus below the horizon. At other latitudes, of course, the angle that things set into the horizon is going to be a little steeper if it's closer to the equator. And then it kind of angles out like this as you get further away from the equator, either to the north or the opposite way towards the south. So Venus reached its most northerly point in June, and it had passed through both the modern solstice position and even ancient solstice positions. That's what this green line here is where the sun used to set at the northern or summer solstice during the Neolithic period. And so after reaching that maximum position, of course it does not get as far north as the lunar standstill positions, but after reaching that position, it came back down through the Neolithic solstice position, and then a little after the middle of June, it reached modern solstice position. That was the observation that was used for putting up the stack of stones that lined up with the summer solstice sunset in the other video, which I can link to here. So over the next few weeks, Venus has continued to set further and further south again, moving back towards the west. So in the next few weeks, an observation could be made with Venus setting at the same position as the sun sets at equinoxes. Now the exact dates and times can vary just a little bit depending on your location on the Earth. So if you kind of observe for a few days around the dates that you see in the top right corner there, you can actually track the progress. If there is an alignment you'd like to create, or especially if there's an ancient site near you with a suspected alignment somewhere maybe towards the west or the southwest in the months to come, it could be extremely useful to observe Venus moving through those positions. And by simply noting the date and the time of any photos or observations that are made, even if it's not exact, you can get a really good data point of the exact position of Venus, which can be matched to its declination, and that can be used to estimate where that alignment may point to on the horizon without the need of a lot of calculations beforehand or setting up of theodolites or a complex equipment like that not everybody has access to. By simply going out and observing, you can use Venus as a marker as it moves through these positions. So that's around August. As we move towards September, Venus will pass through positions for southern cross-quarter sunsets. These are setting positions only, so again you can see here somewhere between west and southwest. And then as September goes on, depending on your latitude, you could have Venus moving through the minor Southern Lunar Standstill position. Again, that will vary by latitude because parallax changes lunar positions just a little bit. And then as we go into October, Venus will pass through the modern southern or winter solstice position, and then on through more ancient solstice positions, such as the Neolithic solstice position marked here. And again, Venus will not quite reach major lunar standstill positions, but observing it as it makes its way to its southernmost position before kind of standing still and turning back can give you a really good baseline for an alignment that might be a little further still towards major lunar standstill position. And then as we go through November, Venus will start to move back north again, and there will be another opportunity through ancient solstice positions and modern solstice around the beginning of December. And then once again passing through minor standstill, and around about that time you notice that the sun will now no longer be far enough below the horizon to make Venus very clear, and eventually Venus will begin setting before the sun and won't be visible on the western horizon. It will become the morning star and will be rising before the sun as we go into next year, 2022. And then there will be possible proxy observations for Venus for rising positions of both the sun and moon that we can cover in later videos as that time gets closer. So again, it's a little bit dependent on your location as far as how the horizon is set up and how far the sun will be below the horizon, but Venus really makes a good observation point because it's fairly bright and it's moving relatively quickly along the horizon in these next few months. And as you saw in the other video, it's quite an experience to set up a little experiment and either have an alignment where you're watching Venus move towards a certain position, or to go and mark an alignment of your own where Venus touches the horizon. So if you end up doing any observations or any projects of your own, please share in the comments below. And again, thanks for watching and for all your support.